You ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. In this game, we'll see Toronto against Los.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone. And we've got tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. Well, we're around the halfway point now, Doris. Some clubs are obviously in a rebuild mode, but it can be hard for many team owners to accept that and accept that path they're on.
Well, when you've been the guy to make that financial investment, there can be a little bit of impatience because one of your responsibilities is keep people in the seats. You've got to pay the bills. What you have to do is you make clear to the fans the vision that they have. If you make it clear, Kev, maybe they can sort of embrace the rebuild and celebrate the step-by-step progress.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Plumlee out there with Miles Turner. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Matthews in at the 2 guard. To the paint, here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Toronto. 4-point game. First quarter, just over a minute played. On the wing, Turner. Kuzma against Butler. Shot clock at 5. Wesley Matthews on the wing. No good with the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Kicks it out to Harden. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Butler against Kuzma. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, guys, you think about Jimmy Butler, drafted by the Chicago Bulls, and he goes from bench warmer to star. And I always had the sense that once Tom Thibodeau was no longer a part of the Chicago Bulls organization, that Jimmy Butler's days might be numbered there as well. But I think the trade ended up working for both teams.
From deep, Harden. Toronto grabs the miss here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Butler deciding where to go with it. He dishes it to Paul. Back to Butler, and stolen by Kuzma. Here's Harden, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Chris Paul picks up that.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
And Doris, the Bulls are trying to change the culture, more run and gun. That new style didn't really mesh with Butler's approach.
Right. You remember, Jimmy Butler is a Tibbs disciple. Even he has said perhaps he was too confrontational. With that obsessive drive of his, it can sometimes maybe rub people the wrong way. I think he's trying to balance that intensity with positivity with this young group.
Ball against Harden. Paul kicks to Turner. Back to Paul. Six to shoot. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And again, no good by Toronto. Lakers leading by 6. Pass to Cousins. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Harden against Paul. Over Harden. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Ingram against Matthews. Ingram kicks to Kuzma. Fires the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Kuzma's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Ball looking over the floor. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Los Angeles holding. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the
steals thing is just.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far. And I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Toronto right now, they've got Plumlee. Chris Paul is out there with Matthews. Then it's Turner. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. Matthews against Ingram. Matthews no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. Fires from deep. Plumlee with the rebound. Toronto trails by 9. The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. And his mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
And the rejection by Harden. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Pass to Harden. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Cantor kicks to Ingram. No good that time. Plumlee with some nice D. Matthews passes to Plumlee. Paul against Harden. Left side, Butler. Shoots over Kuzma. Second chance effort and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you love how Miles Turner gets into space in the paint, makes it really hard for the defender not to lean in and get some contact against Turner.
Good on the second free throw. And for Turner on the offensive end, it is all about consistency with his shot.
Right, Kevin, because with his length and athleticism, Miles Turner has proven he can be a factor on the defensive end. To me, it's about, with that face-up ability, can they count on him night after night?
The three from Harden. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They can look forward to the Oracle Arena after this game to match up against Golden State. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Well, this is why Butler has become a real threat on the offensive end. Yes, he's a great scorer, but he is equally capable and adept at finding the open guy.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, they need this one, but they'll get another chance. Basket counts, and the Lakers lead by 8.
Well, this guy is a skilled scorer from that area. Once Enes Kanter gets a little bit of position, he's good.
Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Paul with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Paul against James Harden. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Chris Paul picks up that one. And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
You just love how Matthews distributes the ball, easily finding his teammates for open looks.
Now, here is Harden. His last outing, 16 points for him. Ingram, left side. The tray. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They lead by 5. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
Shaq, let's get you. And that'll.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what Mason Plumlee has done in this game.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Well, he made them pay down there. Uses his size and body well to score close to the bucket.
Harden out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Cousins in at power forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And here's Harden. Takes the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 6. Of course, you were a point guard in your playing days. What qualities did you look for in a backcourt mate? Someone to play off you?
Well, I would say they were similar to what I looked for in all of my teammates. Certainly, you wanted players who were 3-tool players. Somebody who could put the ball on the floor, use their dribble well. Somebody who could pass well, who could identify, okay, the next player is open. I need to make this pass. And then the competitive attributes, Kevin. How hard did you play on a night-by-night basis? Did you prioritize winning over individual success? All the qualities I think you look for in a backcourt mate are what you would look for in any teammate.
The pass to Matthews. And Turner kicks to Plumlee. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. He's got 8.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Passes it to Cousins. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And the Lakers lead by 9.
And very solid three-point shooter for a big man. Part of what makes Cousins so dangerous at that end of the floor.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Wide open. Couldn't capitalize. Toronto trails by 9. To the middle. The kick out to Matthews. Toronto working the ball around now. Harden against Paul. Clock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
Here's Cousins. Harden outside. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, you can't let this kind of run continue. Really need to go back to the basics.
No, exactly. I think it's impossible to let this momentum continue. Let's see what they can come up with in the timeout.
1:31 left in the third. Paul outside. Outside Butler. Over Kanter. And again, no good by Toronto. The Lakers on offense. They're on an 11-2 run. And Cousins kicks to Kuzma. Harden outside. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Again, the Lakers.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Ball against Harden. To the inside. Matthews. A shot. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Out to the right wing. Cousins. No one around him. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Cousins has got 6 points in the quarter. Paul kicks to Turner. Back to Paul. Inside. Here's Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And it's extremely difficult trying to guard Paul in the screen and roll. Fantastic at making the right decision. A lethal passer.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Ball against Harden. Over Paul. Harden can't hit.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, Butler needs a lot of defensive attention when he's in the mid-range. You've got to have a body on him.
It's Ingram on the wing. No good from the wing.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
James Harden getting... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Miles Turner out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Matthews, and it's Paul in at the one.
You know, since halftime, he's finally started to shoot with confidence.
To the middle, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Pass to Cousins. Kicks to Cantor. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Paul.
I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
Over in the corner, Turner. Ball against Ingram. Paul finds Butler. There's the three. A rebound by the Lakers. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Ingram against Matthews. Shoots from 12. Cantor trying to free himself up, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Fast break, Toronto. Butler in the corner. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Los Angeles leading by 12. And Cousins kicks to Kuzma from deep Harden. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Matthews passes to Butler. Turner dishes the ball. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. In the past, it has been suggested, Doris, that up-tempo teams couldn't maintain that style and then go on to win the playoffs. Is that an outdated theory and thought process?
Well, I think it is always contingent on the team, Kevin. You think back to the Lakers Showtime era, when the reality is those were up-tempo, Showtime-type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play both ways, I think, to win in the modern NBA.
He kicks it to Matthews. Lets it go from deep. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Kuzma. Now Cantor. With the teardrop, and the layup is up and in. And the Lakers lead by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Lakers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
Boy, we got to see this guy's full range of offensive ability. He scored at every opportunity and in every way imaginable.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, it really was. They wanted this home win badly, and they went out and took it.
Paul kicks to Turner. Shoots over Cousins. And again, no good by Toronto. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Ingram against Matthews. Ingram outside. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Tricking off racks on that. I'm tucking money in the safe for my kid, and I'm good.